In life, we all face problems, some small, some much bigger than we expect. Most of the time, we try to avoid them, hoping they will disappear on their own. But avoiding problems never makes them go away. In fact, they often return stronger than before. Today's story shows us why courage matters and how facing our fears with the right mindset can change everything. Let's discover this lesson together. The story opens by presenting a simple but powerful truth. Problems are an unavoidable part of life, no matter who we are or how carefully we live. Some problems are small and seem harmless, while others appear large and frightening. But none of them disappear simply because we choose to ignore them. From the very beginning, the narrative makes it clear that avoidance is not a solution. When problems are pushed aside, they do not weaken. Instead, they grow stronger in our minds, fueled by fear and imagination. What begins as a manageable issue slowly turns into something that feels overwhelming and out of control. The story reminds us that fear often increases when we refuse to face difficulties directly, because uncertainty gives our thoughts room to exaggerate danger. True courage, the story suggests, is not about being fearless, but about having the willingness to confront problems early and clearly. By doing so, small challenges can be resolved before they become serious obstacles in our lives. After establishing that avoiding problems only allows them to grow, the story introduces the rabbit as a symbol of kindness and comfort. He is gentle, generous, and always ready to help others, which earns him love and respect throughout the forest. Because of this, the rabbit develops a strong sense of safety, believing that his good nature and familiar surroundings will protect him from harm. His cave represents more than a home. It is his comfort zone, a place where he feels nothing bad can reach him. Yet the story quietly reveals a weakness that many people share. The rabbit becomes bored with routine and longs for something more, and this desire distracts him from being fully aware. In a single, careless moment, his stability is shaken, and fear enters his safe space. When that happens, the rabbit panics instead of seeking clarity. His imagination fills the unknown with danger, showing that comfort and good intentions alone cannot protect us. True safety requires awareness, courage, and the willingness to face uncertainty directly. As the rabbit's sense of safety collapses, fear begins to take full control of his mind. When he hears the echoing voice from inside the cave, he is terrified before he ever sees what is truly there. The voice speaks of crushing elephants and breaking rhinos' bones, and without any evidence, the rabbit immediately believes it. This moment reveals how fear grows strongest when imagination replaces understanding. The cave's echo turns a small sound into something thunderous, creating the illusion of enormous power. Instead of confronting the unknown, the rabbit seeks help from stronger animals, hoping their strength will solve the problem for him. Yet none of them attempt to uncover the truth. Fear spreads quickly from one animal to another, passed along through words and assumptions. Each retreat confirms the danger in everyone's mind. Through this chain reaction, the story shows how fear in real life often feeds on uncertainty, rumors, and avoidance, becoming far more powerful than the reality behind it. As fear spreads from one animal to another, the story introduces figures of great strength to test whether power alone can overcome it. The wolf, the tiger, the rhino, and finally the elephant each step forward with confidence, believing their size and authority will be enough to solve the problem. Yet the moment they hear the same terrifying voice, their courage collapses. This repetition is deliberate, showing that physical strength means nothing when the mind is ruled by fear. None of these powerful animals attempt to confirm the truth. They retreat based on words alone. Their failure challenges the common belief that strength naturally brings bravery. Instead, the story makes it clear that courage is a matter of mindset, not muscles. Worse still, their retreat deepens the rabbit's fear, making the danger seem even more real. When the strongest turn away, fear gains legitimacy. Through this pattern, the story teaches that without courage, power becomes useless and fear remains undefeated. After the failure of strength and authority, the story shifts toward a very different kind of power. At this moment, the small frog appears, and no one expects him to make a difference. He has no size, no reputation, and no physical strength to rely on. Yet he possesses what the others lack: the willingness to face the problem directly. While the stronger animals retreat, the frog remains calm and clear-minded. He does not deny the danger, but he refuses to let fear control his actions. When he hears the same terrifying voice, he moves closer instead of running away and challenges the creature to come out. This simple act changes everything. By confronting the unknown, the frog exposes the weakness behind the fear. The creature that seemed all-powerful begins to shrink under direct challenge. Through the frog, the story reveals that true courage is not loud or aggressive. It is the quiet decision to stand firm and face what others avoid. Once the frog's courage forces the moment of confrontation, the truth can no longer remain hidden. When the creature finally steps out of the cave, everyone is stunned to see that it is only a tiny caterpillar. The terrifying voice that paralyzed the forest was nothing more than a small sound magnified by the cave's echo. In that instant, fear collapses completely, panic turns into laughter, and dread is replaced by relief. This revelation delivers the story's strongest message. The size of our fear is often far greater than the size of the problem itself. The caterpillar represents small, unresolved issues that people avoid, while the echo symbolizes the mind, which amplifies fear in the absence of clarity. When problems are left unexamined, they grow heavier emotionally, not because they are powerful, but because they are unknown. By exposing the harmless truth, the story reminds us that clear action and understanding are often enough to shrink fear back to its real, manageable size. With the truth finally revealed and fear stripped of its power, the story closes by drawing clear and lasting lessons. It reminds us that small problems should never be ignored because neglect allows them to grow heavier in the mind and harder to face over time. What begins as a minor issue can quietly turn into a source of constant anxiety. The story also emphasizes that courage is not reserved for the strong or powerful. It belongs to anyone willing to confront difficulties directly. Running away, as the animals learned, only feeds fear and gives it more control. These lessons reach far beyond the forest, applying to personal growth, discipline, relationships, and everyday decisions. Fear survives in uncertainty, but courage brings clarity and resolution. In the end, the story encourages a proactive way of living, showing that true strength comes from facing challenges early and acting despite fear, rather than being ruled by it.